Have you ever wondered where it all began? The birth of civilization, that is? Let's take a trip back, way back, all the way to around 3,500 years before Christ, to a region known as Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, a Greek word, literally translates to between two rivers. Nestled between the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers, this fertile crescent was the cradle of the first known civilization. The land was rich and provided a bountiful harvest, making it an ideal spot for human settlement. This is where our story of civilization unfolds. But what exactly is a civilization? Well, it's a complex society characterized by the practice of agriculture and settlement in cities. And it was here in Mesopotamia that the Sumerians, the first people in this region, developed an advanced system of irrigation and agriculture. The surplus of food allowed people to pursue other occupations, leading to the development of diverse trades and crafts. And then came one of the most significant breakthroughs in human history, the invention of writing. The Sumerians developed a writing system known as cuneiform, a series of wedge-shaped marks made in clay. This wasn't just a tool for communication, it was a means to express ideas, to record history, to conduct trade. It was the birth of literacy, and it changed the world. The Sumerians didn't just stop at writing. They also made strides in mathematics, astronomy, and law, laying the foundation for future civilizations. Their achievements were remarkable, considering they were the pioneers, the first ones to venture into the unknown realm of organized society. But as we'll see, civilization didn't remain confined to Mesopotamia. It began to spread, to evolve, to transform. The dawn of civilization was just the beginning, a spark that would set the course for human history. So, the first seeds of civilization were sown in Mesopotamia, but they certainly didn't stop there. Let's continue our journey, exploring the rise and fall of empires, the age of exploration, the Renaissance, and the modern era. Because the story of civilization is a fascinating one, and we've only just scratched the surface. From the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, our journey takes us to the rise of empires. As civilizations grew, so did their ambitions, leading to the formation of some of the most iconic empires in human history. Let's begin with the Egyptian Empire, a civilization that sprouted along the fertile banks of the Nile. The Egyptians were ambitious builders, constructing monumental pyramids that still stand tall today. These architectural marvels were not only tombs for their pharaohs, but also a testament to their advanced understanding of mathematics and engineering. Then, we traversed to the cradle of Western civilization, the Greek Empire. The Greeks were not just warriors, but philosophers, scientists, and artists. They gave birth to democracy, a system of government that has shaped the world as we know it. And who could forget their contribution to philosophy? The teachings of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle continue to shape our understanding of the world centuries later. Next, we journey to the heart of the Mediterranean, to the Roman Empire. The Romans were keen administrators and builders, their roads and aqueducts crisscrossing their vast territories. The Roman law, the foundation of many modern legal systems, was a testament to their understanding of governance and public administration. They also left a lasting legacy in language, with Latin influencing many of the world's languages. Each of these empires had their unique strengths, the Egyptians with their architectural prowess, the Greeks with their philosophical insights, the Romans with their administrative acumen. But they also had one thing in common: they all fell. The fall of these empires was as dramatic as their rise. They faced invasions, internal strife, economic collapses, and natural disasters, yet their legacies endured. Their achievements in architecture, philosophy, governance, and more have shaped the world we live in today. Empires rose and fell, leaving behind a rich tapestry of history for us to unravel. As we delve deeper into this journey, we'll see how the lessons of these ancient empires continue to resonate in our modern world. As Rome fell, a new era dawned. The Middle Ages, followed by the Renaissance, a period of rebirth and rediscovery. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe was plunged into a 1,000-year period often known as the Middle Ages. Amid the chaos, a new social structure emerged: the feudal system. This was a hierarchical system where land was granted in exchange for loyalty and service, with the king at the top, followed by nobles, knights, and peasants. Simultaneously, religion played a significant role during this era, leading to a series of religious wars known as the Crusades. Christian armies from Europe embarked on these holy wars with the goal of recapturing Jerusalem, from Muslim rule. The Crusades, despite their brutality, led to increased trade and cultural exchange between the East and West, profoundly influencing the course of history. As the Middle Ages drew to a close, Europe entered a period of rebirth known as the Renaissance. This era witnessed an explosion of creativity, innovation, and intellectualism as humanity emerged from the darkness and into the light of new knowledge. One invention that played a pivotal role during this period was the printing press. Developed by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century, it revolutionized the way information was disseminated. For the first time, books were affordable and accessible, leading to a surge in literacy and the spread of new ideas. The Renaissance also saw the rise of great artists and thinkers. Figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo left an indelible mark on the world with their masterpieces. Meanwhile, philosophers and scientists such as Galileo Galilei and Nicholas Copernicus challenged the status quo, laying the foundations of modern science. These developments during the Renaissance didn't just change Europe, they changed the world. It was a period that celebrated the potential of the human mind and spirit, a time when humanity looked to the stars, to the future, with newfound curiosity and hope. The Renaissance was a beacon of light, leading the way to the age of exploration. With the Renaissance illuminating the path, we step into the age of exploration and colonization. An era marked by curiosity, courage, and often cruelty. A time when seafaring adventurers embarked on daring voyages, charting unknown territories and bridging the old world with the new. Among these intrepid explorers was a man named Christopher Columbus. Driven by the desire to establish a direct sea route from Europe to Asia, Columbus instead stumbled upon the Americas in 1492. His voyages across the Atlantic Ocean opened the doors to widespread European exploration and eventual colonization of the New World. Then there was Ferdinand Magellan. This bold Portuguese explorer set sail in 1519, embarking on an expedition that would result in the first circumnavigation of the Earth. Although Magellan himself wouldn't live to complete the journey, his crew pressed on, proving once and for all that the world was round. However, exploration was not merely about discovery. It was also about colonization. As Europeans began to understand the vast resources available in the New World, they initiated a scramble for territories. This led to the establishment of colonies, transforming the face of the Americas, Africa, and Asia. And while these colonies brought about economic prosperity for the colonizers, they often led to the exploitation and subjugation of indigenous populations. The age of exploration and colonization was a time of profound transformation. It was an era that saw the world map redrawn, cultures collide, and the balance of power shift. It was an age that brought about the global exchange of goods, ideas, and even diseases, forever altering the course of human history. The impact of this era was far-reaching and continues to resonate today in the cultural diversity we see in the Americas and the ongoing struggles of post-colonial nations. The age of exploration and colonization was not just about discovery, it was also about the shaping of our world. The world had become a much smaller place, but there were still many changes to come. Fast forward to the modern era, a time of rapid change and progress. The world as we know it began to take shape with the advent of the Industrial Revolution in the late 18th century. This period was marked by the shift from manual labor to mechanized production, transforming societies and economies on an unprecedented scale. Imagine for a second the astonishment of people witnessing the first steam engines chugging along, or the first factories springing up, forever altering the landscape. Then came a time of great turmoil with the two world wars in the first half of the 20th century. These conflicts, devastating as they were, brought about significant changes, reshaping borders, governments, and societies. The aftermath saw the rise of superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, setting the stage for the Cold War era. But let's not forget the rise of technology. The mid-20th century gifted us with the digital revolution, a pivotal moment that marked the transition from analog and mechanical devices to digital technology. Imagine the thrill of the first television broadcasts, the awe of man landing on the moon, and the wonder of the early computers. And then, the internet, the ultimate game changer. It has connected us in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. Information, once a scarce resource, is now at our fingertips, changing how we learn, work, and interact. We've seen the rise of social media, reshaping our communication and relationships. We've seen the emergence of artificial intelligence, revolutionizing industries, and challenging our understanding of what it means to be human. And here we are in the digital age, a testament to the journey of civilizations through the ages. From the first sparks of fire to the glow of screens, from carving on stones to typing on keyboards, we have come a long way. And as we continue to innovate and adapt, who knows what fascinating chapters of history are yet to be written?